Transitions allow you to move from one scene to another in a variety of different ways. Now, if you draw your attention to the center of the Create interface here, you will see the transition section, at the top of which is a cut, which is a standard way of transitioning between one scene and another. So with one scene selected in Program and one scene selected in Preview, I can click Cut, and I have just cut between those two scenes. It's as simple as that. Underneath the cut, we then have 4 available slots, which you can assign any transitions you wish to. Underneath that, we have a fade to black. If you wish to end your show by fading to black, you can very simply do it like that. Click it again to bring your scene back into play. And underneath that, we also have the T-bar transition here as well, which you can assign to do whichever transition you like also, and you can use it to transition between your scenes if you wish. Now, as I said, you've got 4 slots of which you can assign any transition you like to. Click on the downward arrow here, and that brings up all available transitions. And at the bottom of those options, you also have a duration that you can set manually as well. Now, you've got anything from fade, swipe, slides, fade to colors, luma wipes there, and you've got a couple more advanced ones here. So you've got 2 available slots for stingers and then also a slot for move transitions. Now, a stinger transition is a video which is overlaid over the transition point between your 2 scenes. I'll give you an example of that. I've got one loaded in here. It's basically just a video file. I'll show you how to load them in a minute. But if I click stinger, there we go, that's just performed a stinger transition between my 2 scenes. It's a nice way of adding a little bit more value to your productions. Similarly to that, we have the move transitions. And the move transitions work by matching up the sources within those scenes and then performing some more, as you would have guessed, movement-based kind of transitions between the 2. If I press move just like that, you'll see that it's done something slightly different there. A good example of this, a very simple example, would be, say I've got a caller here and they're going to perform a screen share now for the rest of the guests in our conference room. I would like to move that caller down to the bottom right-hand corner in a nice smooth action and then bring in the screen share from the left. I can do that with a move transition. If I click move, there you go. That's just added a nice bit of movement and energy to those transitions there. Now, like I said, you can edit and you can load in your stinger transitions and edit your move transitions and any other types of transition as well. In order to do so, all you need to do is open up the settings by clicking the cog icon. Click the Advanced tab. Scroll down a little way and you'll see we've got some transition options here. So top one of which is Edit Transition. So I can pick any of the transitions here. Like I said, if you were to load in a stinger, this is where you do it. If I select my stinger, click the cog icon there, and you'll see that I've got a video file for my QuickLink stinger there, and then some other settings as well. You can preview the transitions as well to make sure that you've got them just right, and these settings apply to any different type of transition in here as well. So you can do the same just for the simple ones like the slides and the swipes. If I come in, you can preview it, and you can change kind of up, down, left, right, like you would expect to be able to do with your slide and swipe transitions. Now, what you also have here is the T-bar type. So as I said, you can set your T-bar to be any type of transition you want. It could be any of the simple ones. It can be any of the more advanced ones. If I wanted to set it to do the move transitions, I can do it like so, click apply, come back, and my T-bar will now perform those move transitions like so. Now, the last option that we have there in the advanced settings is the double click type. So in order to use this option, you'll need to have enable program scene change on double click ticked, and that enables you to double click on any of your scenes in order to send them to the program. You can also choose the transition type that you'd like to do for that as well. So say I wanted to do a luma wipe, which is a slightly more advanced one. Again, if I pop into the luma wipe options by clicking on them there, we'll choose an obvious one so that you can tell that it's definitely doing it. Let's go checkerboard small. Let's preview it. It's going to do something like that. So I'm going to set that to be my double click type. Click apply. I come back to the main interface. You see, if I want to go to the studio scene here, I can simply double click on it, and there you go. It's performed the transition that I have set to it. So that's a very quick overview of transitions. As you can see, there's lots of different options available to you. I hope that helps get you started with your transitions in QuickLink Create. Thank you for watching. You can access other instruction videos on our YouTube channel or by navigating to support.quicklink.tv.